surgical, physical when I'm lyrical. So bat it down with medical, something critical. It's gonna take a miracle. Bright lights, but spiritual, written down like biblical. I finally reached the pinnacle. Yeah. Welcome to the house, the one they talking about. Word of mouth, the boxing playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.
Bienvenido a Boxing Playhouse Latin America. Hoy tenemos el placer de estar aquí con mi socio Ray Sosa y hoy estamos entrevistando a Joey Negron, que va a estar inaugurado en la Casa de Fama de Boxeo de Florida. Bienvenido, Ray Sosa. Jojo, ¿cómo está? Joey Negron. Oh, and we got my man, the Icon, in the background too. Tenemos el Icon. What's up, guys? We made it.
What's going on,
man? Bienvenido a Boxing Playhouse. Toast to you guys. Y'all both going to be on the Boxing Playhouse card. The Icon Isaiah is going to be fighting. And JoJo's getting inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. Uno de los mejores Casa de Fama del mundo en Estados Unidos. Boxing Hall of Fame. Ahí está el anillo. How you guys doing? How's you been? ¿Cómo está la última semana? Vamos a empezar contigo, Isaiah. ¿Cómo está? ¿Y tu papá?
I've been good. You know, I've been training hard, getting ready for this fight. I'm excited. I'm doing great.
Bien. Y Joey, señor Negrón, dímelo, ¿dónde te encuentras? ¿Cómo está todo?
Bueno, yo estoy bien. Hablo un poquito de español, un poquito de inglés, pero le quiero mandar saludos a la gente latina. Tengo un placer por estar aquí hoy para compartir con ustedes, y conocemos más o menos, So,
y Ray Sosa, ¿cómo está?
Just ready to talk to these guys right here. Kick it a little bit.
Ok, primero que nada, vamos a hablar primero con el joven aquí, el Icon, Isaiah. Mire, la última vez que yo hablé contigo, tú estabas 6-0, ahora ganaste otra pelea, estás 7-0. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo va la preparación? Me dijeron a mí que tú vas a estar la pelea estelar. ¿Es cierto?
So he's basically saying that right now, last time you spoke, you was 4-0. Now you got another win, so now you're 5-0. He goes, he hears that you're about to be the main event on this card. How you feeling? How's everything?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling comfortable. It's a big leap, and it's my first time main eventing, but it ain't nothing different than handling another day of work. You know what I mean? It's just another day in the gym, another day sparring, another day of fight. That's it. It's the same routine over and over.
Hablando de eso, ya te sientes bien, te sientes fuerte. A la última vez que hablamos, yo te pregunté, pero te voy a preguntar otra vez. ¿Quién es un boxeador que tú admiras, que tú es como tu ídolo, que tú dices, tú quieres ser como él o mejor que él, que te gusta cómo pelea él? I'll say it in English. Who's one of the fighters? The last time we spoke, not so long ago, you were 5-0, 4-0, and you're getting ready to, get ready to fight. You're going to be the main event on this card at the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. Please, everyone, get your tickets. I don't remember if I asked you if there was a particular fighter. I had one, maybe not you, but I had a fighter that I admired. Who's a fighter that you admire? It's a double question, so answer that question.
Well, firstly, I look at a multitude of different fighters. I look at old fighters. I look at fighters. I look at the younger generation as well. Just throw out some names. Like, of course, I look at my opposition, my top opposition in the weight class. I look at Corey Stevenson, I look at Tank, I look at, all of them is everybody that I learn from, and then back then also from, similar weight classes, you got the legends, you just got different people that add into. And, I also study myself, you know what I mean? I just got to correct mistakes and then keep it pushing and making my game higher and elevate.
Este año va a tener uno de los boxeadores favoritos en Florida, en el mundo entero, que se llama Roy Jones, que lo van a inaugurar con Joey Negron. Tú vas a estar peleando enfrente de Roy Jones, Joey Negron, David Aizan, un feed de boxeadores que son muy buenos. ¿Cómo te sientes sabiendo eso, que tú vas a estar enfrente de esos boxeadores? En inglés, you're going to be fighting in front of a stacked crowd in a bigger location. This year's Florida Boxing Hall of Fame induction is every year it gets better and better. This year, like, you're going to have Roy Jones Jr. inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. I believe David Eison. You have your one and only here, our second guest, or our guest here, co-guest, Joey Negron on the show. Does that make you feel some type of way? Does that make you get excited? Like, yo, I'm going to be competing in front of Roy Jones. Instead of me watching him, he's going to be watching me.
Yeah, it definitely excites me to a certain degree. I appreciate being in this, you know, to be able to showcase my skills. You know what I mean? The old heads of the sport, you know. I was once told by a wise old man that you get respect from an old man, you know, you get respect in the rest of the game. So, you know, I'm here to impress and show my skills, you know, the past generation.
Joey, you're a former fighter. Tú peleabas en el welter, si no me equivoco, 147, 147, welterweight, si no me equivoco.
No. It's 130, 135,
130.
man.
My bad, 135.
When I fought with, yeah, 130, 135, things of that nature. But yeah, I fought as high as 139 pounds with Hector Quiroz, Las Vegas, Nevada. That was a 10-round fight, and I fought with him. Yeah, I had no business in that weight class, but you know.
I hear you. Do you have any advice for this? First and foremost, I can tell you this kid, Isaiah, the icon, he's the real deal. He's someone to keep an eye on. Not because he's on the show. I've kept an eye on him. He's a really good kid. He comes up with a great family. His father's pretty awesome. Last advice I gave him was to stick to your dad. Your dad will never steer him wrong. What kind of advice can you give to a young man like this? And are you excited to see him fight at the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame induction weekend, June 1st, July 1st, and June 30th, July 1st, and July 2nd in St. Petersburg? Did we lose you?
Well, you know, President, first of all, you know.
I guess we lost him. We're losing you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yes, sir.
No, I'm still here. I don't know. I ain't over here too.
Hold on. It's okay. We're going to get back. We're going to get back to
President meeting the youngster. You know, good luck.
Hey, so Kirby, you want to try to fix that? We'll keep going with Isaiah. So Isaiah, dame hablar con tu papá. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Todo bien contigo? ¿Cómo va el entrenamiento? ¿Cómo pasó los últimos meses que la última vez que hablamos nosotros?
Todo estoy bien, gracias a Dios. Me siento bien. El equipo está bien, el campamento va de lo más bien. Tranquilo, haciendo nuestro trabajo, esperando para la fecha, manteniendo las cosas bien y tranquilo.
Yo te voy a decir que el año pasado yo no fui, pero este año yo voy a estar allá, Yo llego el 29 de junio y voy allá gritando para el Icon ahí y habiendo que representa a su familia y Florida y que todo salga bien. Que Dios le bendiga. ¿Tú me entiendes?
Then he's going to come in on the 29th. He's going to come in yelling, you know, representing Icon. You know, he's saying all his blessings. You know, he's coming over here to do what he's got to do, you know, support us.
Thank you.
All right, my brother. Ray, you got something for a young man?
It's a strong name he got, Icon. How you got that name, Icon?
You know, it's a deeper meaning than the actual word. I wanna to go ahead and pursue myself to be an icon of the sport, be an icon of my era. You know what I mean? I want this new generation to see who's really coming up. Somebody who's really doing it from the actual beginning. You know, and not having a jump start, not having a head start in front of everybody. Starting from ground, making it up to the top. It's definitely a deeper meaning to the top of the mountain. Everybody can't fit on. The peak of the mountain, everybody can't fit on.
Who gave you the name? Who gave you that?
Myself.
Nice. That name is marketable, you know.
Yes, sir.
It's a marketable name. You could do a lot with that name.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Well,
Until now, hasta ahora, ¿qué ha sido? Bueno, tú solamente tienes 5 peleas, pero entre las 5 peleas, ¿has visto algo que, gracias a Dios, que tu papá y tu entrenador y toda la gente que están contigo te prepararon? Que un poco fuerte, un poco duro. En 5 peleas no hay mucho, pero ¿qué piensas que fue la pelea que te enseñó mucho o que aprendiste algo?
He says in the last, you don't have much fights, but in the last fight, what fight can you say was a tough one for you? That you was great, prepared, that it was a corner that prepared you to get further into your career.
Definitely. The last fight, the reason because it was obviously my longest fight. It went the distance and it taught me a lot. Definitely was in shape for it. It kind of upped the excitement for the sport. Like, definitely having somebody in there that can at least last. You know what I mean? And still dish off. It was fun. You know what I mean? It definitely brought back the enjoyment of the sport and just made it stronger as it continued. So I definitely gotta show my appreciation to my team, my sport, my dad for being in my corner and giving me the right instructions, and then just me following the instructions to go ahead and win the fight.
Well, I mean, tú tienes un buen equipo. I want to say in English, Spanish, you have a great team. You have your dad. Like I said, you could never go wrong with your father. He brought you into this world, so he can show you, he can guide you the best way, right? But let me tell you something. TNK Promotions, Jesus Escalera, they're a great group of guys. If I'm not mistaken, didn't he bring you out to Colombia?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's doing it all over the place. TNK Promotions, Boxing Hall of Fame weekend. Nobody puts on the show like him. I know there's been some people trying to take the show away from him, but listen, you don't mess up a good thing, my brother. This guy puts on world-class fights with world-class talent, and he's a world-class promoter. And and you have to take your hat off to him, because not only is he talking the talk, but my brother's walking the walk. And what better example that you have to somebody like that to lead the way for you, and maybe just knock on a few doors so you can walk through them a little better. He says, proud of his team. This kid is going to go very far. We have Alejandro Escobar saying, buenas noches, Boxing Playhouse Danny. We have Alexis Diaz. The last fight. I don't know. Maybe he's making a comment. Maybe he saw you fight your last fight, I guess. I don't know. Do you know a guy named Alexis Diaz?
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
How do you know him?
That's my uncle.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, hello, Tío. ¿Cómo está? Boxing Playhouse, showing love to Mr. Diaz. Yeah, hablando de la pelea, do you know anything about your opponent that you're going to be fighting on the 30th? It's June 30th, St. Petersburg, Florida, Boxing Hall of Fame weekend. Roy Jones, David Icon, Joey Negron, and a slew of other great fighters going to get inducted to that. Oh, and Ada, what's her name? Ada, I had her last week. Oh my God, my name. Ada Velez is getting inducted. Welcome back, Joey Negron. How you going to feel, my brother? Listen, I'm so excited. I'm flying into 29th. I'm going to go check it out, man. I cannot wait to see you, my young man, my young brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Welcome back, Joey. How you doing?
I'm all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We all hear you well. My question to you was, what kind of advice can you give this young man? I'm a former fighter, but you're a former fighter. Let's make it about you guys. What can you give this young man? First and foremost, it's kind of like a hometown fight for you, right? Am I not mistaken, Isaiah?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what can you give him an advice? This is a big event in front of a big crowd. I think it's going to be televised to pay-per-view, to TNK Promotions. What can you give this guy? He's going to be fighting against people like Roy Jones Jr.,
Yeah, I tell you the best and only advice that I could give to you. Matter of fact, I want to tell you, nice to meet you and good luck on your fight night. You sound like you got a good head on your shoulder, and you got the really only advice I could tell you is that listen to your corner, which is your father, because to tell you the truth, they can see the fight better than you can. You in the ring fighting the fight, but the ones from outside can see it, and they know when you're dropping your hands, when you got to keep your hands up, and you got to just listen and trust in that corner. And if you can do that, and your father seems like he know what he's talking about, I see big things for you in the future, my man.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, we got some comments here. Oh, welcome. Hey, let's introduce Sakura. Sakura, hey, the big boss. The big boss.
Sakura.
What's up, guys? I mean, hey, you know what? I'm ready for this weekend. It's coming up. June 30th, baby. It's all going down. Riquelmy, Team Riquelmy, they be bringing out the people. Okay, and since this is home fight for them, we can look forward to seeing all his family and all his Tampa Bay friends. They're going to be in there ready to party, ready to light up the night and kick off this Florida Boxing Hall of Fame weekend. And Negron, you already know what time it is. You're going to be celebrating. You're probably celebrating now because you're about to get that bling, bling, bling.
Wow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I tell you the truth, I still sometimes like, like, wow, is it real? Is it gonna happen? Like, anyway, listen, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I'm truly grateful.
Well, don't worry. You got a whole team of us. We're going to be there to rock it out with you and help celebrate your weekend. There is nothing more exciting as a fan than to be there to support people that we know have like put in all this long years of hard work, volunteering their hours, getting cursed out by their family because they ain't where they supposed to be in time. You all know about it. All this sacrifice that people give throughout their careers to this sport. Like, this is a weekend that we're able to celebrate that. For Floridians in Tampa Bay, when you have something as amazing as this right in your own home turf, why not come and check it out? Especially when you got something like Roy Jones on the docket. Okay, you got an amazing fight night. And of course, I will be ready. Guys, you know this. I will be ready for my gala dinner on Saturday night. I already got my outfit ready. And you know who's ready. Emilio is ready with his icons. I want to see y'all at the dinner. You got to be decked out. I got to see it, okay? Like, that's like an amazing night just to be able to dress up and, show everybody that's inducted how much we care and love for them. And this time, the food's going to be good because we're going to be at the Hilton, baby, okay? We're not going to be over there to Marriott. We're going to be at the Hilton.
Hey, listen. Wait. My induction was at the Marriott, and it was okay. Don't knock my induction.
Sorry, I'm not like I'm gonna have to tell you no. I'm gonna tell you no, Daddy. No, we gonna get us some good food. We ain't gonna do none of that. No, we about to have us some great food over there. So,
all right.
The whole gala dinner is gonna be amazing on Saturday as well. Tell me, what are you guys most looking forward to, Danny? Let's start with you.
Real quick, I want to make some comments here. We have Ernest Brown saying, cool, champ, keep it up. Sherman Henson says, what's up, fam? Sherman Henson, future Boxing Hall of Fame trainer. He got my vote. We got Dahlia Duran saying, excited to see you guys Friday night fights. It's going to be awesome. We got Julie Santos, Titi, Auntie. Say, Auntie's in the house.
Hey,
Auntie's in the house. You know I'm coming. And then Dahlia says, this particular year, we have Roy Jones Jr. We have Joey Negron. We have Ada Velez and a slew of other people. Who's going to be an epic induction this year. But it's also the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame 10-year anniversary. How time flies, right? So it's an honor for me to be an inductee there. And we're going to be there supporting the new inductees. And we're going to go there and support the icon, the future of boxing. So everyone down there, please go out there and get your tickets. Come see these young men. Come see. I bet you, I didn't do it, but I bet you Joey's gonna probably cry when he gets up there and he starts giving his little speech and stuff. At the whole
they all cry. It's so great when you like all these tough guys. They in the room, the ring. They done beat up so many people, and they get on the stage and they break down like babies. I can't wait to see you, Negron. You gonna do it too. You gonna do it. Right? Look, he can't even say nothing because he know he gonna do it, y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't get me started. I'll start right now. No. But listen, before we go any further, right? Um, we talk about some of the inductees. Yeah, listen, Roy Jones, wow, without a doubt. But let's not forget of Alfredo Escalera and Asio Ocasio. Those are icons. Those are like, oh man, like what?
Yeah.
That's
For
top.
sure.
That's top dogs right there.
These are like my father's my hero. So whatever my father like, I like. And man, listen, man, just to be in the same room with Alfredo Escalera, and I myself, I caught Alfredo Escalera in his last fights. I think he fought Alexis Arguello, right? But I remember watching Asio Ocasio, being a Puerto Rican heavyweight, like he was good. He was good, man. So that's an honor to be with these guys itself.
He was eating a lot of arroz con gandules. That's how he got that big.
No, I'm talking to him. I'm talking back in the days when he was really on his game.
The original Jaws.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
He's got a
All right,
family
so
member.
Danny, who did you say? What did you say is gonna be your most favorite part of the weekend?
Well, I have two things. I'm gonna see this young man fight because I'm looking forward to seeing him live, not on a streaming service or anything like that. I'm looking forward to seeing Vivian Harris, who's gonna be inducted. I got to meet him very briefly. I don't know him, but I got to meet him very briefly in Vero Beach when he trained down there for a while. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing my boy who has amnesia, Roy Jones Jr. And then and I'm gonna be happy to see you guys.
All right, okay, I like that. I mean, what about what in the world is Spanish Ray? Spanish Ray, what can you tell us? How are you gonna be?
I thought Roy Jones was already in the Hall of Fame in Florida.
No, he hadn't retired long enough. You got to be retired at least
5 years.
5 years to get in.
Oh, I thought they must have forgot.
He must have forgot.
You know what? You crazy. That's been great.
I'm gonna come up with a remix to that.
I know. Icon, what's gonna be your favorite part?
Well, top two. Number two is definitely that food right after the weigh-ins. Gotta say that. Then obviously that ring. Proposing for the first time in a main event. So that's definitely a gimme for sure.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? To his dad.
Yeah.
Rick.
You being a dad, Rick. I know. Let me ask you a question. Being his dad, we didn't touch on this last time. No tocamos esto en la última vez. Tú siendo papá, siendo su profesor, tú eres manejador de él, obviamente lo estás manejando también. Es una cosa difícil a manejarlo como un manejador y al ser un padre, puede hacer la cosa diferente, puede separarlo. Can you separate the two? I gave your son the advice last time, and I said it in English and Spanish. Being a trainer / manager, father, is it difficult at times to distinguish between the difference of the relationship of being a dad and a boxing trainer manager? And what's that like dealing with that? Because I'm sure it has to be some point in time where you get frustrated about things.
Yeah, I do. So, like everything, right? Since he was a kid, we've had an understanding that as a father, I always want the best for him, not only as a father, but as a trainer and as a man. So I've been able to go ahead and instill in our relationship that boxing is boxing. We're going to do what we're going to do, just like any other fighter. Home is home. That's where I'm his dad. Anything outside of the boxing world, I'm his trainer / manager. My job is to make him the best he possibly can, help him, give him all the guidance, manage his career correctly, no different than any other fighter that I would play that role in, and help them move forward in their career and make the right choices for their career to move forward. develop them, grow them, and stuff like that. But I honestly got to say it has not been as difficult as I'm sure in other cases, other, dad, son combinations may have been. But for us, it's always been in its own place, in its own lane.
Can I ask you another question real quick? Something I left out, and I didn't forget it. I was just leaving it for a little bit later on in the conversation. When it comes to you fighting, like I said, and this is something I did add into it because sometimes we take things for granted. This person I have an utmost respect for. He has not only become my friend, he's become my family, and that's Jesus Escalera. I mean, the guy is somebody who's actually even inspired me to get back in shape. The things that he's doing with his own career. But Isaiah, not only do you not have Roy Jones, Vivian Harris, David Izon, Ada Velez, Joey Negron, but your promoter is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. Like, let me tell you something, my brother. There ain't nothing more historical than that. Tell me how that's gonna feel. Like, do you realize the epic moment you're gonna have that your promoter not only is getting inducted, but he's setting such a grand stage for you to show the entire world why you are in fact the icon.
It's almost unreal. Like it's never been. I've never seen it before, so it's definitely someone that I got to get my hats off towards because he definitely shows everybody, there's no limit to the sky. You know what I mean? It's always space above the sky, and everybody says the sky's the limit, but the sky is what we stand on. You know what I mean? And he definitely is somebody who shows that with the amount of work that he puts in as a promoter, as a fighter, and just as a friend, you know, he's definitely caring, and I gotta congratulate him for all his achievements, especially as a fighter and especially as a promoter. He's done a lot, and just me being an addition to TNK boxing, to TNK promotion. Now it's time to hit mainstream. Now it's time to hit the top, hit the peak of the mountain, like I said before.
What's crazy is that Jesus, like I said, I'm a big admirer of him. I'm probably one of his biggest fans, and he doesn't realize the impression that he's left on me. I've been trying to get him to sign some of my fighters. It's a little complicated for him because I live in another country and there's a whole bunch of immigration situations. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm very seldom ever impressed. I've been around the who's who of boxing. I don't like to drop names or anything like that, but he's done since last November till right now, I would say about 20 shows between America and Colombia and other places for that matter, right? And the job that he's doing with you, the fact that he has the confidence in somebody at your age with 5 fights to make you the main event of such a glamorous event as the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, my brother, that speaks to your work that you and your dad have done and the strength that he believes in you guys. And I just think that you, your dad, Team Icon, Team, TNK Promotions, the sky is truly not just the limit. I mean, we look at the sky, but there's stuff beyond it, and you're gonna go way beyond that. And I'm not kissing your butt. I'm not really big on that. I like to just tell you the truth. I've admired your dad. I've done had a few conversations with your dad in the past. And Jesus, one thing I tell you, if you're willing to fight, he's going to point you in the right direction. He's going to open up a lot of doors for you, my brother. So I take my hat off to you and your team. Getting back to Ray or Sakura, I don't want to take over the conversation, but you're welcome to ask Joey, Mr. Negron, some questions or Isaiah. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, let's just get through some of these comments because people are actually like really interested in these two individuals in the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame weekend. First of all, let's see. We got Coach Louie in the house, and he says, I'll be there with a pro debut fighter for the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame and TNK Boxing. Playhouse number 1. Mwah. Mucho gracias. Thank you. And I like it when they do that. Okay. And then beautiful Dahlia, I do want to thank her for doing our Spanish translations and interpretations on all of our shows. We appreciate her so much. The beautiful Dahlia. And then we got Alexi. Let's see. You should come out on Roy Jones music. Roy Jones Jr. music.
No. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Daddy, you gonna tell her why? Why you say no?
I don't. No, listen. Come out to anybody else's music, please. Don't come out to his music.
Oh my goodness. They might have to come out on that Boxing Playhouse theme song that Emilio put together.
I like that better. That I got. You got my vote.
You got that? It's good. It's good. You like him? Okay.
Yes.
Well, he did a good job on it. All right. Let's see. Let's see what Jesus is saying. Oh, he's saying, don't worry about me. Yeah. We all forgot the fact that he is like so involved in organizing everything that
and he's getting inducted.
He's actually getting inducted with his uncle. Hey, what's his first? I forgot his first name already.
Alfredo
Escalera.
Yes. All right. Eric Robinson does an emoji smile and 100. Schoolboy Ian Garrett says respect due. And he says T&K Boxing Promotions is fire and Boxing Playhouse for life. You're so sweet, darling. And then we got Cherie. She is our ICI. She has her own film company, and she's in the area with all the local film festivals as well as major ones with different documentaries. And she's currently doing women's boxing. So that's also amazing. Let's see. Did I get everybody?
Yeah, we got everybody.
I
want to ask you a question, Sakura.
Sure.
Isaiah and Joey, we got some pretty good fights coming up. First and foremost, the big fight I want to talk about. Quiero hablar de la pelea de Spence y Crawford. Primero que nada, I want to hear first from Isaiah. Then I want to hear from Rick.
Well, personally for me, depends on how both of them fight. I got Crawford, more like 70-30 Crawford. The reason why I say Crawford is because, I feel like he got the whole package. He can box, he can fight. He's a dog, you know what I mean? It's hard to be somebody who finds an answer for everything. You know what I mean? There's a problem in front of him, he solves it every single time. And it's not like the boy hits soft. So it hits hard, you know what I mean? And we've seen Spence take a punch for sure, but we've also seen Spence get moved by, what was his name, Cuban fighter? What's his name?
Ilgus?
No, yeah.
Cuban fighter.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but we seen him. Spence got caught off guard. He hit the ropes. He got hit with a right hand. But I can't think of his name right now. But I got caught.
Okay. Well, for me, I got to go deep and I just compare, like, who do we have to even compare them with each other? Who's a litmus test? And I guess that's Sean Porter. I feel like Sean Porter did a way better job with Spence than he had with Bud because, like you said, Icon, he's just so adaptable. So he'll like figure you out as soon as you change your game plan. He got something in his toolbox that can match that. So it can make you quite frustrated. And I think that's the kind of thing that we would see with an Errol Spence versus Bud. The only chance I see for Spence is if that power comes into play. I think they probably going to be about the same size, to be honest with you, on the side of the fight. I know a lot of people think that Spence is going to come in way bigger than Bud, but I think Bud can rehydrate pretty good too. So I don't even think that that's going to be like something that will be dominant for Spence. So I mean, it's just a punch that maybe Crawford, gets stunned by or something like that. If Bud slips at any point on his boxing. But other than that, I have to say that I think that Crawford will also win that particular matchup. I'm thinking that we're probably going to see like a trilogy out of this, guys. They're going to make some money off us because I think the fights are going to be competitive up until it ain't competitive. And it's going to be enough that people are going to want to see a rematch.
100%. I want to leave Ray for last. John, Joey, what do you think?
To me, tell you the truth, it's almost a surprise that they actually fighting. After like, I thought this was gonna go on like a Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Like 5 years later, then they actually fighting and stuff like that. But if if the accident didn't do much damage to Spence, I think Spence, he's kind of tall and he knows how to work that height and that long reach. I think he probably could do enough to even though Bud got some long arms, but I think I think he got enough to stick and move, keep his distance, keep him on the outside, and like win that decision like that. So,
Icon. The Cuban guy was Udenis Ugas.
Yes, sir. That's who it was.
I think your relative Alexis Diaz, he just he put that up there.
Yes,
Real quick, le pregunté a ellos con quién van ellos, si van con Crawford o va con Spence. Isaiah va con Crawford, Shakura va con Crawford y Joey Negron va con Spence. Ahora vamos con el maestro. Maestro Ray, who you going with?
I'm personally going with Crawford, but not for the typical reasons that everybody else seems to go. If you've watched Crawford fight, Crawford has a natural God-given ability that can't be taught. To throw punches when you least expect it, have a reaction in between the exchanges. So I call those the X factor. So if you watch Spence is a phenomenal fighter. He's clean, he's precise, but he has to maintain that discipline, that 1-2 discipline, the body, the depths of the body, that type of situation. And I personally think just because of Crawford's ability to adapt, adjust, do different things when you least expect it down the later rounds, I think he's going to be able to kind of figure out the punch combinations of Spence down the line. And then, unfortunately, I personally think that Spence will have a very difficult time to try to capitalize on that as the later rounds, giving the edge to Crawford as a decision. That's my observation on both fighters.
Maestro?
I look at that fight like it's Sugar Ray Hagler. And I'm also thinking that what comes first, the lightning or the thunder? So, Crawford got the lightning, Spence is that thunder, but I think that Crawford's going to get there first. The speed that he has is not the same speed that Spence got. Spence is like one pace all the time. Crawford to me switches up gears, Hand watch.
Very good analogy. Well, tenemos aquí a John Vélez en Colombia, muy bien programa. Un abrazo, hermano, gracias. Alexis Diaz, Hosea Armstrong, Texas all day. Jackie Hines, Sakura. Jackie Hines, Sakura, you want to speak on this?
I'm just saying, what's up? I mean, Hosea is my cousin. Of course, he lives in Texas, so he's going to be for Spence all day. He's a little biased. And then Jackie, what's up? Thanks so much.
And then we got Sherman Henson. He says Crawford is a better boxer and has his movement will be the problem for Spence. You know what? He does switch. He does switch from southpaw. He can adapt really. I think his arsenal is just a little bit more. He's got a little bit more to his arsenal. He's got a little bit better. For me, I'm sorry to say, he's got a little bit better boxing acumen. Hold on a second. I got the chief, and he might not like this, but I got the chief second, Emilio Santana. Nah, he's the boss.
Don't put my baby second.
Nah. He's the boss. He's the boss. Thanks everyone for coming on. We truly, Emilio, we appreciate you. I'm holding your cup. I ain't got it as blinked out as yours, but
you got the chalice.
I'm representing.
All right, that's what I'm saying.
Let's and not to get off the subject again. I like to go back and forth sometimes. Joey, so you're about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to your induction. Have you already thought about your induction speech? Who you're gonna thank? Who you're not gonna thank? I don't know. Is there anything?
No, you didn't.
can I tell you? Can I be honestly with you?
Thank
Sure.
you.
The minute that they called they called me and told me that I was gonna be inducted, I already knew what the speech was gonna be.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll give you a hint. It got nothing to do with me.
That sounds about right though, because you know, boxing, it's so many people. It's like a big soup of different ingredients. You have so many. Boxing is when you get in there alone, when you get in the ring, you're throwing punches on your own, but it's such a team thing, you know, like the young man, you know, Isaiah, the icon, when he goes back into that corner, if he's smart, he listens to his corner and listens to their instructions and what they see and what they're not able to see, right? You have promoters like TNK Promotions, Jesus, his beautiful wife, and I mean she's intelligent. She's got his back from every angle, just like Sakura and Emilio. You know, I'm sure he's got assistant coaches and sparring partners and stuff. And people forget about them. They get up there and they make a speech, and they forget about the people that got them there. So I'm glad you brought that up, because it really isn't just about you. It's about everybody that was behind you.
And I like to touch on something else. I might be letting the cat out the bag too. But it's crazy, right? Check this out, right? This is a sport, right? This is a sport where I'm gonna try to rip your head off, only because you're gonna try to rip my head off. But it's amazing, right? That whether it's sparring or in a fight, what I'm talking about my time when we came up. That when the sport in a fight, that right after you try to rip each other's head off, there's a like a, how you say that, congruity, you know,
mutual respect.
Yeah.
A respect that, you know what, they're like, from there on, you almost mean to me more than my blood brother. I love you even more than my blood brother. You know, there's something that's like, you know, it just drives you guys closer, you know, because I got some of my best people as sparring partner. The first day we sparred, it was a war, but we had to get that out of us. But from there on, brothers to the end.
I can relate to that. Let me tell you. And I try not to put my 2 cents when it comes to certain things, but as a fighter, I remember when I used to fight, right? And I'm like, I'm going against this guy, and this guy was like a form of this or form of that. And these people, my so-called friends, just be like, yo, you're going to beat him. And then you know what? I lost, right? I lost. And me and the guy got respect for each other. And then when I went back, those same friends turned their back against me or became friends with the guy that I just fought and talked shit about me to them. You know, like it's the craziest stuff. Now they're best friends. They call themselves brothers. You know what I mean? Because they jump on the bandwagon, they become their friends. But the reality of the situations, I become better friends with guys that I fought against than some people that I worked out in the gym and they were my brothers. Guys that I've given gloves. There's a guy that I gave a whole gym to, you know, that he's like, yo, help me out. And I furnished him with a gym so he could provide for his family. And that guy went off and became best friends with everybody I fought and lost against. You know, go figure that, right? It's the craziest thing. And you're 100% right. You put your hands, you put your life in on the line with somebody, and you come near death. And that's where the respect is, to me at least.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's a guy girl thing, because I think like when women fight, we not gonna be friends. We rarely make up and be friends. Guys, I mean, growing up, you guys could fight and be friends in like the next 2 hours. Like it's over, and y'all are like best friends. Like so, I mean, men got a little bit of that in them. Like it's much harder for women to be like at it and not liking each other in the ring or whatever, and still come out humble. Clarissa did this weekend with her opponent. You know, she came out, you know, humble because he wasn't the best replacement. But Clarissa don't have that kind of energy when she's like prepared and she's locked in with who is supposed to give her some problems. But because I know for most women, this not gonna happen. We're not gonna.
Women are built different. Women hold grudges. Women don't forget nothing. My wife forgets what we did yesterday, but she won't forget something I did like a couple years ago, you know? So I know women hold grudges, man. You know, men
Yeah, we don't
sometimes
forget
don't.
shit. We don't forget nothing you do. Not
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah. Hey, listen, we got some comments here. Emilio Santana says, the icon is the future. Great young man and a great family. Joey, congratulations from Dahlia Duran. Welcome to the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame family. Playhouse Entertainment. What's up, cuz? Janice Cruz says, thank you very much, Emilio. We greatly appreciate it. More than you'll ever know. And you know, he obviously says, you're welcome, Janice, team icon #1. And I second that. You know what I mean? I can't wait to see this kid fight. I cannot wait to go down there and see Joey and get his ring. Did you get sized already?
Yeah, I got it.
What size was your ring? What size is your ring?
That's,
you know, it looks
I
like
tell
this,
you
right?
that out of all the, you know, when we talk about, yeah, that's the only thing that's coming home with me. You know, that's me, that's mine. But all, like I said, all the honor, I can't even take it upon myself, man. There's so many people that, you know, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. The game has been good to me. The game of boxing has been good to me.
Wow.
I wasn't good to the game of boxing.
Tell me about it. What you do?
Well, I'm saying, say it again. I'm sorry.
What you mean by that? I need you to, you know, go.
Well, you know, like
honest,
you know, these. Okay. I hope the young man take heed to, you know, because, you know, like boxing's a poor man's sport. You know, a lot of us, we gonna come from worse place, worse towns, and, you know, get involved with the wrong crowd, and you know, once you get that buzz that, you know, you that guy, yeah, the head gets big, and, you know, if you get untouched, you know, you guys as fighters can relate to that. The head get big, and, you know, before you know it, like everybody giving you everything, and then when you get up there and get back down, the same people that gave you everything, nobody there to catch you when you fall, and like, I mean, listen, you can hang around with all these people doing fight days. I mean, leading up to the fight, you can hang out. You can hang out with the peoples in the gym. You can hang out with the peoples in the club, and people's outside. They make you feel special. But when that bell ring, it's only one person's got to show up, and that person better have been doing his homework. If not, you know.
Está hablando de la fama de boxeo, que él dice que boxeo ha sido muy bueno para él, pero lo que pasó fue, él no fue bueno para boxeo, él no era leal a su carrera, a su juicio de hacer ejercicio, a prepararse de boxeo, porque cuando tú te metes en el ring, tú estás solo. Cuando estás afuera y estás ganando, todo el mundo te apoya, te quiere, te adora, te ayudan a gastar tu dinero, a ser parte de la fama. Pero cuando te metes ahí adentro, cuando pierdes, nadie te apoya, nadie te quiere, tú estás solo. Hablando de eso, hablando con papá Rick, as a dad, I've never been blessed to be a parent, you know, but being a parent, right? You, how do you feel? Like, I know you prepare your son, and I'm asking this because I'm only looking at this from the outside, right? When you see your son, have you ever seen your son in sparring or in amateurs where he was just maybe getting hit with a few shots he didn't like? What does that make you feel like? What were you thinking at that particular time? And that is a kind of weird question, but it's something I always thought about because I've never been a parent, so I don't know what that's like.
Well, in the times that has happened, like in every fighter, you get the good days, you get the bad days. In sparring, obviously. To me, it's I keep it calm, I keep it cool. It doesn't really impact me. It tells me what we need to work on. I've always let him work through his trials and tribulations, difficulties, whatever it is, as long as it's nothing that was, especially in sparring or whatever, that was going to really injure him or anything like that. Because as a fighter, he has to learn difficulties, how to adapt, how to grow. And above all, the physical aspect we train for. But the mental aspect that the fighter has to overcome and develop and mature in the ring during those situations, that's a whole different ballgame. So it's something that I felt that he needed to go through, the good times, the bad times, like everything. You know, you go through bad times, you get wiser, you get smarter. Teaches us where we are, me as a trainer, as a manager, him as a fighter, him as a person, him as a man. You know, so I took all of those experiences and turned them into what we are established today.
Okay, vamos a decir eso en Spanish. Le pregunté cómo se sentía como un padre, siendo el profesor de él, el manejador de él y el papá de él. O cuando tienes días malos, porque no todos los días van a ser buenos. Yo le digo a todos los boxeadores que tengan los días malos en el gimnasio, así en la pelea, todo les salga bien. Pero preguntándole de eso, cómo se siente él como un papá, viéndolo él que se lastima el hermano, que le sangra en la boca, o que si tiene un mal día. Y él dice, primero que nada, como un papá y un manejador de profesor, algunas veces tiene que dejarlo que madure, que aprende de las cosas, que se hace, él mismo lo ajusta, y ahorita habla de esa situación para que aprenda y sigue para adelante. Pero primero que nada le da la oportunidad, como él, como un hombrecito, un hombre ya de profesional, haciendo su sueño, que se ajuste y aprende de cada situación para que madure y sea mejor la próxima vez en sparring. Hasta ahora el hombre, gracias a Dios, que está invicto y va a seguir para adelante, pero el papá de él lo apoya, pero también lo deja que aprenda la cosa poco a poco también, porque algunas veces uno tiene que aprender por las mismas manos tuyas. Is that right? Did I say that, Rick?
That is absolutely correct. And as his career develops, and all you guys have been fighters, been in there with some been on the big stages. You have your team, you have your coaches, you have your support. But when you guys are in there alone, and you're the guys feeling that pain, and you're the guys getting punched, and you're hitting this guy, and he's not moving, or he's faster than you, whatever it is, a trainer at that point can't get in your head and make you adjust, adapt, and see things differently. That is something that as a fighter, he has to develop on his own throughout experience. And I'm pretty sure you guys can relate to that, because you've been in situations where it's been like, okay, what am I going to do? How can I do this? What if, and that, and the third. And then later on, probably after the fight, you'll discuss it with your trainer. But during the fight, it is what it is.
Yeah, I like that strategy, because how else are they going to learn? Like, after UCA, they didn't pick up on that adaptation in like a round or a round and a half. Then you might give some direction, but I really don't see how a younger boxer is going to develop those type of skills to just have that instinct and learn people's flaws and how to capitalize on them if they don't like kind of develop some of that on the job. So I kind of agree with you on that.
Jerry Reyes, a Florida Boxing Hall of Famer, says he meant to that. He agrees to that. He agrees to what you just said, Rick. He agrees everything you just said. He's in accordance to your perspective, a way to handle things as a trainer / father, so on and so on and so on. So that's pretty awesome. Great answer.
We're almost out of time. So I have to get to. We gotta have the predictions. Listen,
yeah, let's go.
We gotta have these predictions for these fights this weekend.
Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. So first up is we're gonna have Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Guys, who you got?
I'll go first. I'm gonna go first, man. Look, I'm gonna go with Lopez.
Okay.
Because I had the opportunity. Like I said, I'm not dropping names. I don't know this guy. I just met him, and just because I met him, I just like him. I like his pizzazz. But let me tell you something. That dude Taylor's strong and tough. So but I'm gonna go with him just because I like him. And I like him as a person. I think his father's kind of bugged out. But he's a good guy. I like him a lot.
All right. Who's next?
I think I'll go next.
All right. What you got?
Okay, so like that Josh Taylor, I think I seen him, but that Josh Taylor, he's tough. He's real tough. He come from a fighting town, I think Scotland or something over there. But I think Theo, he just lost that one against the other guy, right?
Camboza. Yes.
Yeah, he lost. And if he's gonna lose this one, I think his stock will go down a little bit. And I don't think he's not trying to let that. So I think he's gonna go out his way to whatever it takes. So I think
Somebody's questioning Danny. They like him as a person.
I just thought he was like the time that I've seen him. You know, I've been around Floyd, I've been around Cotto, and I'm not dropping their names, but he was just cool with me. He was just like Camacho. When I was in the locker room with Camacho, that guy was he has so much energy. He has so much. It was so much fun just to see him. You know what I mean? Every person has a different experience with somebody. For me personally, the moment that, like I said, I don't know him. If he seen me, he would have known me from a can of spray paint. But the time that I seen him, he was real cool, you know?
Well, you know, Jay is bringing up T.O. disrespecting Andre Ward and Bradley, basically Hall of Famers. I mean, literally, Bradley is getting inducted into the International Hall of Fame this weekend. So it's like it's two Hall of Famers that T.O. has said some things to. I guess probably he got mad maybe because they didn't pick him in this fight. Let's see what he said. He talked about killing Taylor and said
He wrote that
black fighters, more of that belongs in none of that belongs in our sport. Okay.
I never read that. I've never read that. That's not cool.
I read that. He said that about the black boxers, and I think it was just jealousy because he's like Top Rank can go ahead and, you know, market their black fighters. Like he feel like he's not getting enough marketing, I guess. I don't think that he's really like, like racist to black folks. I think it was more like him just being jealous of a lot of black boxers that Top Rank is trying to develop right now. You got Keyshawn, the businessman over there. You got, Shakur Stevenson. So, you got some talent over there, Carrington. So he's
listen, Sakura.
What do you call it? Neglected.
Sakura, I agree with you on that. Like, I only thing I say is that there shouldn't be a race issue when it comes to this thing. You know what I mean? It's an ugly thing. Anybody that has pigmentation anybody has any color in their body, they're mixed somewhere down the line. There's no room for you to be like white, black. I remember, I'm not going to mention the name. Some guy says, I'm never going to lose to a black fighter again. I mean, a white fighter again. And he lost to a white fighter, and then he retired. It's just something you shouldn't do.
Knocked out by a white
fighter. I'm not going to mention the guy's name, but, he's a personal friend of mine. Race has nothing to do with that. If Top Rank is promoting more of darker skinned people, it's because they stepping up to the game and they do what they got to do. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so basically we got 2 for Josh Taylor. Is that what we're saying?
Nah, I got 1 for me. I'm still with Lopez.
Oh, you gonna go
Lopez?
You
2
both
for Lopez.
I mean, it ain't sound like it when y'all started describing, what your explanations was. It sounded more like y'all was going for Josh. I'm just,
No.
Okay, Icon, Team Icon. Who y'all got? Isaiah?
I got Josh Taylor for this one. The reason being is because I see if in a situation of Ramirez fighting Lopez, I don't think Lopez is going to perform like how Josh Taylor did in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Taylor performed great in that fight. He almost flawless in that fight. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And the man can box. Even in his last fight, it was a hard fight, questionable win. But ugly win is better than a pretty loss. I just think, especially going off of Teofimo's last fight, the guy almost won. The guy almost beat Lopez, almost outboxed. You know what I mean? Teofimo has a bad habit and has an opening that they haven't fixed yet. Hopefully they fix in this training camp. Because if not, Josh Taylor's going to expose that, and he's going to abuse that all night. And that weight, they're going up in weight. I don't know if he got the power that Josh Taylor's going to respect. Respect Ramirez hits hard too. So it all depends on how Lopez reacts. But
who you got, Isaiah? Come on now, you just beat around the bush. I got to know.
I got Josh Taylor.
Okay. Rick, who you got?
I agree with Isaiah. Basically everything he said. When you look at it, Josh Taylor's been in that 140 division, more bigger guy. I personally feel he's more conditioned for that weight division.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that brings in a factor. We still have to see what will happen and, you know, what Teofimo can do moving up to the 140 division against a guy who's been actually tested at that division.
Mm-hmm.
Has the strength, has the power, has the endurance. So I'm with Josh Taylor. And everything Isaiah broke down, it's basically what it is.
Yeah, he's really right about him opening up whenever he wants to, like, you know, give a huge power punch. He's wide open. So I have to agree with him on that point for sure. Ray, who you got?
Now, I don't know what's wrong with Tio, man. I used to like Tio a lot, man. I thought that this guy had the goods, you know. He's skillful. He got skills. To me, he abandoned his jab. The jab is key, but it's one thing to listen, but you gotta stay listening. Fighters don't stay listening after they get better. Who knows what's going on behind the scenes? I got Tio if he works on his jab, don't abandon it, and boxes this guy, because Josh Taylor is a banger. But footwork wise, I take the guy with footwork over the guy that would bang all the time. So I'm hoping that Tio pulls it out. And he's Latino, so I got to do that too.
Okay.
Adrian Brana.
All right. We're going to move on. I didn't get to say who I wanted, but you know.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm going with Josh Taylor on this one, guys. I think one thing we proved when he was fighting Prograde is that he do got a dog in him. Now, I mean, him and Prograde, they was going at it. Like, it was so contentious. I mean, Prograde lost, but Josh Taylor looked like he was worse for wear. Like, he was the one that looked like he had crawled. Then him and Jose Ramirez, we all know what his game is. He's just relentless pressure. Coming forward, relentless pressure. And he figured him out, and he used, you know, traps. He was able to easily set traps for him, and had him getting some of his first knockdowns. So there's some skill there for sure. There's skill, and then there's some craftiness that I think Tio, you know, he kind of like used to knock people out right in the beginning, first round, second rounds, before people even warmed up good. You know, he was in there. But at 140, now we talking about you messing with the big boys. Will he be able to bring out the dog in himself? It's there, but it's not consistent enough for me. Like, you gotta come out every time and show me that same, you know, that same winning spirit. But like Ray was saying, you don't know which one you're gonna get. So for that reason, I gotta go with Josh. My only question is, Josh is getting older. He is, like you said, with the Cottrell fight and then the Prograde and Jose Ramirez. It's like a lot of dog type fights where, you know, you're getting brutalized. So I just don't know if that is going to come into play for him. He seems like he'll be fresh, but you know, because he had like a layoff in between Cottrell and this fight. But we don't know. We never know when it comes to that. When is that age gonna catch up to you, especially when you've been in like rough fight after, you know, brutal fight after brutal fight. So
Father Time is undefeated.
He is. It's just a matter of how beaten that fighter has been, you know, prior to that. That's why it's important, like with people like Floyd, you know, they're defensive minded and they didn't take a lot of abuse, so they can still be in shape. And anytime he want to reactivate himself as a professional boxer, he can do that. So, I mean, that's the difference. Is like that age, you can be 43, 45 and still be fighting and still look fresh. But if you done been through some dogged fights and now you're 40, you can be an old 40. So, you know, anyway, let's get to what you were saying, Danny, with the next fight, which is AB is returning. It is the road to redemption. He's back on the Don King Productions fight in Miami this weekend. Friday night, he'll be fighting Hutchison. I want to know, Is AB over? Does he have a chance at redemption? Give me your thoughts. Who's first?
You know who I think wins this fight?
Who?
Don King. He's back into.
Ah!
Listen, we were supposed to be on this card. We were supposed to be on this card. We got pushed to the next fight, right? But you know, Don doesn't miss a trick, man. I just think that look, I like Adrian Bronner.
Yeah.
Because I like what I like his pizzazz. I like his controversy. Something that Jay Finley just said right now, that he got Taylor winning, but for the game of boxing right now, to me, feel winning is the best thing right now for boxing. And right now, somebody like Adrian Bronner getting back into the mid things, it's good for boxing. At the end of the day, his controversy, his swag, his problem child deal, that's good for boxing. You know, I don't know where they got this guy Hutchinson from. You know, whatever. It's like serving lambs to wolves. You know, I think that Adrian should be fine at this show, and maybe he'll be back in the driver's seat to get a nice big payday. I may be wrong, but Don is coming out ahead on this one here.
Well, breaking news. Golden Boys Oscar De La Hoya has said and wished Broner a great, amazing fight win, because he's thinking maybe they can get a fight together at 140 if he wins this fight. And we are talking about him versus Ryan Garcia, guys. That is who he's targeting.
I like that fight.
I mean, Don King could work with Golden Boy, no problem. So we don't got no, politics involved in making the fight. It's just, now does AB have a chance against a little weathered Ryan Garcia? You know, he's coming off that loss with Tank. Confidence might not be the same. Does AB have a chance?
But the confidence goes both ways. I mean, Bronner, when was the last time he fought? And
It's been 2 years.
Yeah, think about that. You know what I mean? That's a long layoff. You know, I think it'll be a good fight for Ryan Garcia. I don't know if anybody else on the panel agrees with me, but I think it'll be great for boxing.
It definitely would be great for boxing. It's two superstars that are just mainstream media prone. You know, the trash talk is going to be astronomical. AB's going to do what AB does in every single fight. Ryan's going to respond the same way he does. So, yeah. Now, let's be real on something. Is it going to be anticlimactic fight when it actually gets there? I probably think so. I really do think so. Just because of the fact that they're going to build it up bigger than what the fight actually is going to perform to be. So, is it going to be good for boxing? I don't know. Is it great on paper? Absolutely. You know, what AB's coming over 2.5 years off.
Right.
We got to check his timing with reaction. I mean, it's been a long time as a fighter coming down in weight. There's a lot of factors in there. Is he going to be prepared to step up to the bigger stage so quickly against a Ryan Garcia or, anybody in that division? So we got to see how much time it's going to take for him to even get back close to what AB was before his layoff.
That's true. All right, we're running out of time, guys. We're already over a minute or two. Who you got? I need my last two guys. Come on now.
Go ahead, Joey.
Well, Danny, right? I'm agree with you, because when you said the names, I was like, I got no dog in this fight. But you're right, Don King's gonna be the winner. Now, the thing I'm gonna disagree with you is, like, the really boxing need all that controversy, all that. You know, like my man, the pops was saying over there, like, these guys. Listen, I'm from a different era, more or less. I'm like, listen, these guys get up on the weight scale and they disrespect each other, disrespect their mothers, disrespect their wife and all that, and like say things to each other that, back in the days boxers wouldn't even say to each other, right? Now when they come with an actual fight, when the real fight comes and the bell ring, ain't nobody throwing a punch. The fight is bored as hell. Come on, man. You know, I mean, listen, check this out. I wish he go in there and act like a gentleman, and he does get that shot with Ryan Garcia, and you know they act like gentlemen about it, and you know do their thing, man. You know, of course, I want to see the brothers come up out here. You know, especially you a fight in the game. But like, do we need all the? Oh man, I'm sorry today. Listen. Hey, forgive me for saying this. Sometimes, like, I be telling people I am not a boxing fan. I just happen to be in this thing for like all my life, man. But you know, like I'm sorry to be like that, man. You know, because the controversy and all that, you know, like I come from a different era, man. You know, for me to respect a fighter nowadays, I gotta see you like weather a storm. I gotta see you go through a round where, oh wow, you got bing bang, and you know what I mean, and you come back from that or come off the canvas and you know, okay, he got hot. You know what I mean? But all that, yeah, I didn't come from that.
No, you don't see it, huh? All right, let's see what Spanish Ray has to say about this Broner comeback. When it happens, Ryan agrees for him if he wins.
Adrian 9 Lives Broner.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, wouldn't you love to have that many chances in life? When you made the wrong decision, you like, damn, I shouldn't have done that. Like, wouldn't you love to have that many chances?
This is gonna be target practice for him right now. So I don't care about this fight.
Okay, so really, he's gonna win.
Yeah, this 140, right? He's fighting 140.
47.
Oh.
47.
I don't know. Is it 140?
I think it was 147.
Yeah, he might still not be down to that right weight class. I gotta check into that and see what the weight gonna be.
Well,
you know, they always try to get him down to 140 though. They want him down at 140. But you know what? To be honest with you, AB has been very quiet through this training camp. He really has been trying to focus more and be more on track. He hasn't been doing a lot of interviews, any of that. I don't know if anybody noticed it, but he's been pretty good this particular look. Now we still fight week, so we don't know what might happen, what might come out of their mouth. But so far, he's been quiet during this training camp.
You got Adrian about billions, and then you got Adrian about bullshit. So we don't know which one is gonna show up. Hopefully, he ain't about the bullshit no more.
Listen, Don put a stack of money on the table for him to keep his damn mouth shut. He gonna be a good boy till he fights. Trust me.
Well, he got the coins for him, so that's like some motivation when you start getting down to them little coffers and little real coins in your bank account. So he probably is like like this do or die now, So hopefully we'll see that. My main thing and issue with Broner has been that he wants to be so accurate with his punches that his punch output has always been lower than it could have been. And you just get so frustrated because you just throw your damn hands, Broner. Just, just like even if some of them don't land, just at least stay busy. Just be busy. And he never looks busy. So that's been his biggest problem since he, stopped being at 140. Once he grew out of 140, it kind of like it went downhill from there to me. So I hope he can get back down to 140. That's for sure.
Okay, real quick, Shakur, I want to give a shout out to somebody, Orlando Fernandez, Boxing Hall of Famer. He's shown mad love to the family boxing playhouse. Much love, my brother. We have Jesse O'Brien. Says, get it, Gordy, whoever that is. Is that one of you guys on there?
Yes, sir. That's my family nickname.
Oh, that's what we're going to call you.
Now we're getting the real nickname.
It says, get it, Gordy.
Okay. That's what he's been hiding. That's what he's hiding.
We got the secrets.
All right. Well, guys, it's been great tonight. I mean, did we miss a fight? Because I believe we did. There's one more fight on this weekend, Danny.
I'll tell you right now.
Somebody was on our list, and then we can let these guys go because they got to get prepared for this Florida Hall of Fame weekend. Who?
Munguia against Dominic.
Oh yes, Darenchenko is coming back after a long way out, maybe some rest. Okay, and he's going to be facing Mundial, which this is his biggest test that he's had. Just to refresh everybody's memory, Darenchenko has fought Triple G and had a contentious loss in their fight together, and then he turned around and fought Charlo and didn't look as good in that fight. He looked like Triple G and him really had a war, and it showed in that next fight with Charlo. So who y'all got with this Mundial situation? His biggest test so far in his career at middleweight.
I'm going with Munguia. That guy's just like he's built like a light heavyweight. That dude is big. Like I was in TJ and I was at the gym that he works out at. First and foremost, he has like about 20 armed guards around him everywhere, and the guy's huge. I mean, he's just a big frame.
Wow.
And this guy Dominic, he's just been in too many tough fights lately. I think he's at the end of the rope, and it'll be a good thing for Munguia to get the W.
True. Let's go with Ray this time. Let's see what Ray got to say about Mundial. Do you have an opinion on Mundial? Spanish Ray.
To tell the truth, I haven't seen him much. I might have seen highlights of him, so we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see how long he's been fighting now.
Man, I mean, he fought Gabe Rosado. I think that was one of his latest fights. I mean, he's been around long enough that he got his first title from what's his name? Khalid Ali. That was his first win, and he won a championship from him. Because remember, Cotto lost to Ali, and that's how he got the belt. So his first big win was against him. And then after that, he moved up to middleweight once he make that weight, and he's been there, but he's been against some competition that people are like never quite satisfied with. Like they're ready to see him step up.
So what is that? Light heavyweight? What's his weight?
No, he's at middleweight. He's still at 160 right now. He started out at 154. You remember that belt, that last belt that Cotto won before he retired? That's the belt he had.
Somebody mentioned Gabe Rosado. He fought Gabe Rosado?
He fought Gabe Rosado at 160 before Gabe Rosado moved up in this last year. Yeah.
How did he do against Gabe Rosado?
It was dominant performance. He dominated him. Rosado, he was trying to just pick his shots and get a big punch in there.
Right.
But he wasn't able to really do anything with Mundial. He's improved. He's improved, but I still like everybody's got that big question mark on him, like whether he has earned a bigger platform or not. But he's huge in Mexico now, like Danny said. And TJ, you better not talk no smack about him.
I'm gonna start checking him out. I just heard of him not too long ago. Like I didn't,
Yeah, he's a golden boy. He's a golden boy.
Oh, okay.
All right, who's next? Who? I mean, I gave enough background information. I should get some predictions.
But you know what? It's crazy, right? Because now, like, let's say, for example, the guy Lopez is fighting Josh. Like, offhand, I don't remember his name, but like then I think back and oh yeah, I seen him before. I think I seen that Maggio fight before too. Yeah. And I don't know, anything that sounds like Lomachenko, he can fight, them people from over there. But yeah, I'm gonna go with that with the Maggio thing. And that's what I'm gonna keep on that. That's it.
All right. Okay, Team Icon. This is y'all last prediction for the night. Who you got?
I personally think Munguia should win the fight. I mean, just overall size. Derevchenko, coming off his loss, the layoff. So it's kind of, but, is it really a step-up fight for Munguia? I mean, the man's got like, 40, 50 fights, I don't know, whatever it is, with no notable names. He's in that weight division that should be Charlo and a bunch of other people with as many fights as he has in the game.
Yeah.
So what are we doing?
I mean, they are taking real baby steps with him. I mean,
They're going to try to do what they did with Deontay Wilder.
No, this is like they tried to step up. They tried to step Munguia up one time, and he didn't look too hot. He won the fight, but he didn't look too hot. So then they backed him up, and started with these little baby steps up. So that's why I'm saying this competition is the best that he's ever faced. And Daranchenko is still, all those, Russian and Kazakhstan type. Those type of dudes got power. They known for power. It's like fighting the Argentine. Like they're known for power. So he can still. We're gonna test that chin of Munguia in this fight. Number one, and number two, he's gonna have to face somebody that's gonna be relentless. And supposedly, like put a lot of aggression on him. So we'll see how he handles somebody that's just as big as him.
I hope we keep a score so that when we come see each other again, we know who was right and who was wrong.
I'm gonna tell you at the Hall of Fame when I see you.
What was that?
We're all gonna be at the Hall of Fame. We get to discuss it again.
Yeah, there you go. Let's get together then, and then we'll talk about that, man.
Yeah,
I want to hear the icon. What do you think about that fight?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm the same boat as my dad. I got Munguia. Kind of. I feel like Daranchenko's kind of on his way out, like you said. He's getting old. He's fought some fights. You know what I mean? Not easy fights either. So, something like she said before, you could be a young 40 or old 40. If you fought the Moors going up to 40, your body ain't gonna be the same as somebody who's been boxing like Floyd. So, I get it. Yeah, definitely got Munguia though.
All right, guys, that's our show for tonight. Danny, you need to recap for us. Of course, this is my girlfriend, as well as one of my sponsors, Roxy's Kitchen, mobile kitchen. She delivers to you, and it's any type of meals you want, including for boxers, who need to be on that health kick and don't have time to, prepare their own power meals and stuff. So Roxy's Kitchen, hit her up whenever you need that meal or you want to stay on that diet plan. She's the person to contact. And thank you very much, Roxy.
Real quick. Anybody want to follow you guys? How do they follow you guys on social media? I'll start with you, Joey, and then we'll go on to the icon again, so people can start getting some followers and people keep up to date with what's going on in your lives and your careers. We'll start with you, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Negron. Talk to me.
No, listen, I basically, that's what I got is a Facebook account and an Instagram.
Okay, so what's your Facebook number? Well, what's your Facebook account?
It's Jose Joey Negron, and the Instagram is J Joey Negron.
Okay,
Instagram account, and basically on that, man, you can follow me, and
okay, the icon. How do they keep track of what's going on with you? Maybe you could find some sponsors. Maybe you could keep track of what's going on with your life and your career. Social media is the way the world's going right now. How can these young and everyone for that matter in the social media world keep track of what's going on with you, your fans?
You could follow me on Instagram at _Osozay, so _OSOZAY. And that's pretty much where I'm gonna be posting everything, all my boxing, all my promotions, all my flyers, all the promotion videos and stuff like that. That's where you need to go, at _Osozay.
Okay, Shakira, I'm gonna say bye to my Latin fans. Mira, perdón que hoy hablamos inglés, un poco español. Tenemos latinos que hablan un poco los dos. Fue un gran placer estar aquí con mi socio, maestro Ray Sosa, Shakur Armstrong, toda la gente que escribieron aquí, que lo vieron, por favor, mira las redes sociales de nosotros, Boxing Playhouse Entertainment, Boxing Playhouse YouTube, Boxing Playhouse Facebook, Instagram. Por favor, hit the like button. Si puede, suscribe al canal de nosotros para que esté pendiente y te acuerdes de lo que está pasando con Boxing Playhouse, Boxing Playhouse Normal Entertainment, Boxing Playhouse Latin America. Gracias a todos. Un gran abrazo a todo el mundo. Shakura, si quieres, take us out, baby. Let's go.
All right, guys. We want to thank all of y'all for participating tonight. It's like go Florida Boxing Hall of Fame, June 30th. That's right, to July 2nd. We talking fireworks, baby. This 4th of July weekend, and we're going to be over at the Hilton Caroline all weekend long, having a bunch of festivities and celebrating all these inductees for the class of 2023. Make sure you purchase your tickets for the fight night where you can see Isaiah as the main event, baby. You can go to tnkpro.com, or you can hit up Riquelmy's team, mom, dad, everybody. They will get you some tickets. Negron, thank you so much for your participation tonight, and we congratulate you on your induction that weekend, which will be Sunday, July 2nd, and that's also going to be at the Hilton. Make sure you get your tickets for that at www.floridaboxinghalloffame.com.
The icon.
I want to say good luck to the young icon, man, and the father. You know, good luck on your journey. And Ray and Danny, you know, listen, man, it's my pleasure. I'm glad y'all had me here today. And listen, man, you guys are doing a good job, man. And hopefully I'll start listening to this Playhouse thing, and I get my IQ on the boxing a little bit up more now, you know. But listen, it was my pleasure, man. And I tell you, man, I appreciate it 1,000%, man. You guys are a class act.
For real. And I almost forgot, it's T&K Boxing Promotions that's helping sponsor this particular show. So make sure you go to their fan pages, which is Facebook and IG, T&K Boxing Promotions. Thanks so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. I'm hungry. I got to get something to eat.
Thank you, guys.
I'm very surgical, lyrical when I'm physical. So bad it now was medical, some say critical. It's gonna take a miracle. Bright lights looking spiritual, written down like biblical. I finally reached the pinnacle. I'm very surgical, physical when I'm lyrical. So bad it now was medical, some say critical. It's gonna take a miracle. Bright lights looking spiritual, written down like biblical. I finally reached the pinnacle. Playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.